Hi, I did Rocky Glade yesterday. I did it quickly because I didn't have much time and I wanted to do a painting. He seemed to like it, but I'm going to do another one without putting a regiment of trees across. But it's all things sort of suffer in haste. But on the other hand, of course, it's an uncluttered sort of sketch, and all the better for the speed, rather than it's anything with any sort of finish to it. So I'm going to wet this Fabriano. It's Fabriano, £130 weight. The palette is lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and burnt umber. Burnt sienna, sorry. So I'll just give this a bit of a wet. No need to shrink the paper. As your paper expands with the water on it, it will spread out and you just reclip it. So I'm just going to put some raw sienna over all of it. This is the background colour. It warms, gives it a unity and it warms it all up. And I want to put some bluey sort of sky in. I want it light, so a bit of ultramarine, a bit of alizarin, and just. You're not going to see much of this. This is just the background, sky coming through. Now we're putting some background colours. Now autumn, bit of burnt sienna in the background, fairly strong. Otherwise it'll just merge into the sky, and I don't want that to happen. I just want this is a bit of burnt umber as well, just to go a bit deeper. And now we put some alizarin with a bit stronger colour in there, and over that we can put some green. My haker's splitting now. So a bit of lemon yellow in with that, a bit of blue. Right, okay, let's bit of green now, bit of blue, bit of green, bit of yellow. And we'll put in some darker, a bit of alizarin in there I think. Right, I'll just reclip that. This is just background, but I think I put too many trees in. It wasn't subtle enough, and I don't know whether this is going to be any better, but just take off the bottom of that. Right, I'll just using a fingernail to scrape all this out. Right, we'll put in some nice warmer colours. I want to scrape some of this out. Just making this sure the size just a little bit different, a bit irregular rather than regular. Put some red warmer in there. Right, card, oops. Right, okay, let's put in some bits and pieces out of that. I will put some trees over this, but I'm not going to do anywhere near as many as I did yesterday. Right, nice bit of dark. I used a bit of, oh dear, this hasn't dried. That's my Payne's grey. I put it in the in its folder. It's waterproof, not waterproof, it's called a document case, to keep it moist, but it's just a little bit too sticky. Well, sticky. I like it sticky, but I'd like to know that it's sticky. Bit of texture in here. I'll put some blue in there. Get some burnt sienna. Because it is autumn. Now that's too similar, too symmetrical, so you know what I'm like about symmetry. Let's kill it. Get some a larger tree off the top here. That's a little bit better. Bit of burnt umber in with that yellow. A bit more shadow in here. Okay. I think we've rescued that bit. But let that dry off, and I'll go back into the water now. Oh, just reclipping. It's a bit of a stretch. Okay, so some big rocks. So we want blue, grey, sienna, bit of red, just to get some colour, some warm, lovely warm colour into the affair. Right, card. It's a bigger one. So it's a bit more gentle. That will give a better texture to these rocks. So that way you get some gradation between the light to the dark. Now we can put some dark shadow back. Okay, we might have put a bit of water in there. Right, go back with a few trees now. I'll give it a dry. So it's mute your microphones. Right, now we'll use a bit of a sort of a grey colour, burnt umber, ultramarine, not too much water because we're going to put the trunks in with these, so we'll remember some trunks cross each other. Need a bit of a steady hand on my eyes, a little bit shaky if you want. Okay, so that'll be one, another one here. Okay, that'll do that one. And we'll get that up, continue that up there. Right, put one more over here. Then I'll do some background trees in blue. And that'll do. Put a bit of texture over that in a minute. Right, let's go with some blue in the background here now. Sort of a bit of blue. And Payne's grey, so that'll just register against this. Oh, that's a bit dark. I'm going to call this a Rocky Glade 2, number 2, to differentiate between it and the one I did yesterday. Right, let's go in with some Right, let's just put a bit of texture in here. A little bit of work with the rigger in a minute. while that's drying off, before I put some bit of detail in there, I'm going to just quickly do the water. So just the blue, of course, from the background, just reflecting the sky up there, with just a bit of and I'll put some darker stuff from the background in there. Just a bit of reflection. Okay, oops. My radio's just fallen out of my pocket. I listen to the radio when I'm doing all this. Right, I want to warm up those rocks there with a bit of sienna and a bit of red. Just thinking a bit of aerial perspective. The warm colours come forward, blues recede. Okay, just wet that a little bit there and just scrape out a little bit of that. Right, that'll do. Bit of a rigger now. Done all I want to do with the hake, I think. Right, okay. Could put a figure in there, I suppose. But where? No, maybe not. Maybe not. I want to put it just a. Right, okay, let's sign that, and then we'll put a mount in it and see what it's like. Put the creamy mounts on it. So that, I think, is a slightly better picture. I think I leave that to you to judge, but I prefer the background to it, by opening up a bit of the sky and simplifying the distance somewhat. These rocks are not so great, but anyway, it's a sketch. It's an impression. It's made up from memory, and I think you should try these things. Try it with Lake District type of scenes. But enjoy your painting anyway. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.